So Nick said he doesn't reconcile how I left
It's how you live
from
from
family planning advocacy
to
to
pro-choice, to being pro-choice.
okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't even understand why you feel like
because I don't think that's the same thing.
healthcare, abortion, like reproductive healthcare is not family planning. It is family planning too.
Reproductive health care is family planning.
Yeah.
Very correct. Abortion is not health care. That has been my whole thing. Abortion is not health care.
It is. It's
Oh, it
reproductive.
is not reproductive health care.
It's reproductive healthcare.
Oh, let me put it maybe because when we talk, let me say elective abortion. Because elective means that it is unnecessary. Or it is medically unnecessary. Right? Or it is it's because you want it. It's not because there's a medical reason for it. Because there are a lot of abortions which have medical indications. Right? That one I'm going to, of course, that is healthcare. If there are medical indications, it's probably because they have to save the life of the mother.
Anyway,
But we are talking about those which are
you're
elective.
agreeing with me that abortion is healthcare. So yeah.
No, but the abortion we are talking about is not the ones which have medical indications. Of course, we all understand that. We are not talking about medical indications. We are talking about the ones that you say, no, this child is going to come and suffer because I don't have money. Not because they are going to have malformations. There are certain malformations, because when you were talking about malformations, there are certain malformations that that you are not going to be able to even survive as a kid.
Yeah.
So why would you want? That is one of those medical indications for termination. And usually they don't even call it.
You
They
see
don't even
how
call
you
it. They
shot
don't even call
yourself.
it. They don't even call
You
it
see how you shot
abortions.
yourself in the leg. I mean, for
How
example,
do you mean? It's
for example, let me say a child in some countries, right? A country like Finland, a Down's kid, a child born with Down syndrome.
yeah.
For if you're pregnant for a Down's kid, you are automatically qualified for abortion.
Well, to them that would be a medical indication for termination of the pregnancy.
So, but here we pass every day and we see a lot of Down's children every day.
Yeah, because
and
we don't do those tests to know whether they have
So
Down
you see how
syndrome
you
or
shot
not.
yourself in the leg. How at what point, where do we draw the line now? Where do we start now to qualify it to say that okay, this one is, how did you call it, elective, or as you,
I just said elective is when the mother wants it. Like they want it and there is no medical indication.
no medical indication, because you said so. If that mother was in Finland and they said now it will no longer be elective.
No. If whether the mother was in Finland or the mother was in Cameroon and the child is Down syndrome or one of the...
We have a lot of Down kids moving here and they are living, some are even living almost
No. I mean,
close to normal lives.
No, I mean, because first of all, that's an abortion is a medical procedure. Right? That's a medical procedure. And for any medical procedure to be done on somebody, there needs to be consent from the person on which it is being done. If it is discovered that your child, after they have done the amniocentesis or whatever, and they see
in Finland, right? In Finland, right? If you're, most women, when they discover that their child will be born with Down syndrome, they travel outside of Finland to have the kid, because you cannot have it there.
But because
do you get?
Let me put it this way, right? Since we are in Cameroon, see, if you have a child around, if you have a child here, and it is discovered that the child is going to have Down syndrome, right? Now, I even think even in Finland, in order for them to do an abortion with you, you need to give your consent. If you refuse to give that consent, they are not going to force you. They are not going to hold you on the table and chain you and remove the child.
In Finland?
Yes, sure? Yes. That is actually going to be very barbaric.
Okay.
If they do not have the consent of the mother, They cannot just they cannot force you. They
See,
cannot force a medical
the
a
other
medical
day,
procedure
the other
on top of you.
day, someone called me for our paternity dispute series that's coming right.
Mm-hmm.
He called and
Oh yeah, and for those who do not know, you guys should keep an eye out for our paternity series.
yeah,
And if you know somebody who is claiming that he's the father and another one is claiming that they are not the father,
people should
or
call
what I
us.
know, we should call Ngumis. You should call us.
So this guy, he called and he's like, this girl is pinning this pregnancy on him. It's not his pregnancy because the child is born with a disability, and that they don't have that
Any disability like that in their family.
Do you know what a disability was?
What was it?
Microcephaly.
Okay.
So now,
but microcephaly is not. It's not.
most times it's not even a
it's not hereditary.
It's not even a hereditary condition. Sometimes it's
it is usually because
toxoplasma gondii or some bacteria or some viral infections or something.
Yeah.
Or sometimes
and usually
even
they'll
mutations.
not. And usually they will not even notice that because they were not doing enough of.
Scan.
No. I mean antenatals. They did not do a thorough antenatal.
Are you sure our antenatal here even if they
Well, yeah, because most of those is most of that is because of a lack of nutrients and things like that. And even with the toxoplasmosis and all of those are tests which are done during antenatal. And if and if you if you are not doing, if you have toxoplasmosis, you are obviously going to catch it in antenatal. And if you don't do that, that's when they have those kind of problems. Usually, because those type of problems, I've actually seen an anencephalic birth. Oh God, it's crazy.
I feel so bad, and but what he's doing is basically trauma. He doesn't know how to approach that situation. But imagine now. I can imagine how he treats the child. From him talking like that, you already know that he does not love that child. What he's looking for is not actually wanting to know the child's father. He wants to just run away from that situation. He just wants that situation to disappear from his life. Imagine what the mother now is going through, dealing with a man who looks at the situation like that, and dealing with a baby suffering from microcephaly, and dealing with the reality of Cameroon.
Yeah, but at that point, that's why they probably need to come to the show and let us actually do them a DNA test in order to put his mind at ease.
Which will prove, the DNA will prove that he is a father, because most times microcephaly is not even genetically transmitted. Most times.
But we don't know what the man might have done behind.
Anyway, but we're open to whatever condition it is, bring it. We're here to give you closure. That's our own. I want you to give you closure.
Yeah, because I think if he knows that the child is actually his attitude might actually change.
So, but imagine if I was pregnant and the hospital told me this child is gonna suffer from microcephaly. I'm not living that reality. No, I'm not going through that. I'm not letting that child go through that.
Yeah, it's also that since he sees the child a little bit as a money pit,
as a burden, as everything.
Yeah, as a huge money pit.
Sometimes it's just not worth it. I mean, you can see me as cruel, but
yeah,
that's what it is.
And in any case, let me just tell you that you have not convinced me that you decided to be pro-choice for.
Well, I might have convinced someone. Maybe not you. It's very difficult to convince you, by the way.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Ngumis is not because she's an advocate of emotion. It's not that she's walking around taking care of.
Because I'm not ashamed to be on birth control. I showed you my arm. If you look at, I had this subdermal implant here.
Yes, and because she has been on birth control, she was on birth control for a while. She has not had any children to talk about. Yeah. Yes, and to prove it, because we kind of have to prove it.
Prove what?
She wrote on her Facebook that it's very painful how people hear her talk about contraception and birth control, abortion, and immediately assume that she's very callous and a heartless person. That hurts deeply, Asha, because if anything, her views come from compassion, even though that compassion is misplaced, but whatever. She goes ahead to say she loves children so much and kids naturally gravitate towards her. And anyone who truly knows her knows how deeply she cares about them. She also believes that blah 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 blah. She genuinely believes that anything that steals a child's childhood, mentally, physically, or psychologically, is one of the cruelest things imaginable. And childhood is so delicate. Many broken adults we see today were first broken as children.
You agree with that, right?
That is why we don't like single mother homes. When a child is deeply wounded early in life, it can affect them forever. Children are precious. She believes they deserve to grow up surrounded by love, safety, stability, and happiness, to be shielded as much as possible from unnecessary suffering. This is exactly why she speaks so passionately about contraception and birth control. And maybe tomorrow, which is today, on her live, she is going to share the full story, which she just did, because there was a time when she completely was against too. But I'm going to bring her back there.
Perfect.
She genuinely believes contraception was sin. She genuinely believed when she was still a church rat. That contraception was sinful, but life experience and reflections changed her perspective. And I want to walk people through how to get there. So on that note,
I didn't succeed with Nick, but I hope
and then she had to like throw shade at me that she hopes that I will support her, as if I don't support her.
Do you ever